Hello everyone, this is another video from the online guide on a bot's constructor and Telegram menu builder bot. For those who haven't watched the previous videos, we strongly recommend to start over and watch. The link will be in the description. To find the menu builder in Telegram, you can use global search. To do this, in the right upper corner, press corresponding icon and type menu builder bot. And we are starting. Hello! In last video we promised to talk about creating inline buttons. But working with inline buttons is impossible without understanding how regular buttons work. This is due to the fact that the functionality of inline buttons in menu builder constructor is directly associated with the regular buttons of the lower menu. Therefore, before moving on to creating an inline menu, you need to be familiar with advanced settings of regular buttons. Let's start with it. In the button number 3 we have added 5 messages. As you can see, each message has number and they are arranged in ascending order. Why it is important will become clear a little later. But for now, let's go to the settings of this button. As you remember from previous videos, in order to get into the button settings, you need to go to the button editor and select the desired button. After that, the bot will show you a message with all settings of this button and the menu of controls. Each button has a large number of settings, some of which are needed only for commercial bots. Functionality for commercial bots can be purchased in admin panel of your bot in extensions section. Another part of the settings is available initially for everyone, and the options for them are already presented in the settings. Accordingly, after the acquisition of certain features, additional options will appear in the settings in order to manage this new functionality. Let's click the asterisk to go to the settings and see what is available in the bot at this moment. It should be noted that the bot functionality is consistently evolving, and at the moment you watch this video, there may be more options and the menu may look a little different. I have to say that the bottom right side option, Assign Editor, will be described when we talk about the balance editor and the variables in the bot. The first option that we're going to explain will be a random message. It is located in the upper left corner and it's currently being turned off. This option allows you to display messages added to the button one by one and in a random order. As you remember, the button number 3 contains 5 messages, with numbers arranged in ascending order. Let's put this option in on position and see how this will affect the output of messages in this button. To see it, we need to exit the settings and the editor. Press the button number 3 several times and see that if earlier the button was issuing 5 messages together and in ascending order, now it shows one message chosen randomly. This is how the random message option works. Let's get back to the settings. Please note that the message in the button editor displays the state of the settings we have changed for this button. Until now, all the buttons you have created in the bot menu have been available to all your users. However, there are situations when it is necessary to hide one or another button from your users. There can be many reasons for this. For example, to create button functionality before showing it to your subscribers. Or the content of the buttons in general may not be intended for public viewing, but be available only for you as an administrator. Or for some reason you may want to have a bot completely without menu. So, in order to hide a separate button from your users, you can use the option named Admin Only. If the option is in on position, the button will be displayed only for admins. This way, the button and its content will become inaccessible for the regular users. But you as a creator are still gonna be able to use it. In addition, all submenus located inside this admin area button will also be hidden, and access to them for the users will be restricted. Let's enable this option for the button number 3. In order to see the result, you need to log in into your bot from another account, from the one which is not the administrator or creator of the bot. About how to add administrators we will talk in one of the following videos. Now I'm in the bot from another account, viewing it as a user. As you can see, button number 3 is not visible to me and I don't have access to it and its content. Let's go back to the bot as a creator and see how you can use hidden buttons without displaying them for your users. In this regard, the next option that we're gonna talk about will be the command assignment. We go to the button editor. Once again, I like to bring your attention to the fact that the message in the button editor displays all the current settings for this button. What are commands and what they are for? You can communicate with the bot using the buttons by sending the name of the button to the chat with the bot, as well as with the help of the commands. Pressing a button is nothing more than sending its name to the chat with the bot, and the start command, for example, allows you to turn on the bot or restart it if need be. With the command assigned to specific buttons, you can show the messages of these buttons. In Menu Builder Constructor, individual command can be assigned to any of your buttons, including the hidden admin-only buttons. If a command is assigned to a hidden button and the user sends this command to the bot, then a hidden button, although it's not displayed to the user, will show him its contents. By default, the transition to the button menu itself by the command is not performed. However, in the settings for adding a command, there is an option Move by Command. When this option is enabled, the user who sent the command will be transferred to the menu of that button whose command he used. Move by a command is only available for those menus that are not restricted to the user by other settings. The exception is, for example, buttons in the admin-only mode or buttons with conditions. We will tell you more about the conditions for the buttons in one of the videos when we talk about functionality for commercial bots. Let's clarify this nuance again. If the button is in the admin-only mode, then the transition to the user will be closed in any case, despite the state of the option during adding the command. However, the user will be able to see the contents of the admin button by the command. If the button is closed from the user by the condition, then neither the contents of the button nor the transition to its menu for the user will be available. If you need the button to be invisible to the user and at the same time user must have ability to go to its menu and view messages, you need to use the invisible button mode. We will talk about this mode in one of the videos dedicated to the functionality for the commercial bots. Switching the mode Move by the command is done by simply pressing the button. Let's add a command for the hidden admin button number 3 and then create a message which we can access by command being in a user status. Add a command button 3. Creation of commands has its own rules. Each command must begin with a slash, may contain only Latin letters, numbers and underscore. Despite the fact that the letters in the command line can be uppercase and lowercase, we not recommend using capital letters in the command's names. To assign command to the button, send it to the bot in a command assignment mode. If you made a mistake while creating the command, then the already created command can be edited. Just click Add Command again and bot will show you the name of the command you have added earlier. This command that can be copied, changed and sent back to the bot again. Also, command can be completely removed. Let's copy our command to the clipboard now. It will be useful for us while creating the message. Exit the button settings. In order to clearly demonstrate how command works with the hidden buttons, let's add a message in which we indicate our command, so that later it was easier for us to use it. So the message with the command is created and we're going to the user mode again. As you can see, the button number 3 is missing in the menu. But with the help of the message containing the command we have created, it is possible for us as a user to refer to this hidden button content. In this case, it is a set of the messages displayed randomly. In addition, command can simply be sent to the bot as plain text. The result will be the same. On this, we will end the conversation about the button settings, and in the next video, armed with all this knowledge, we can finally talk about inline keyboard. Watch the following videos. The address of menu builder Constructor in Telegram is already on your screen. If you like to know about updates on the channel, press subscribe. If you like to be informed about every new video, press notify.